My parents gave everything to my brother, then asked me for help when he disappeared. Growing up, my parents always said they loved their children equally, but their actions told a very different story. My younger brother got everything: the attention, the support, the money, the opportunities, and every time I pointed it out, I was told I was being jealous. For years, I accepted it, until one day my parents lost almost everything, and the son they spent their entire lives favoring suddenly disappeared. Then they came to me for help, the child they had ignored for decades, and what happened next divided my entire family. My name is Daniel. I'm 34 years old now. My younger brother, Tyler, is 31. Ever since we were kids, Tyler was the golden child. If he got a B in school, my parents celebrated. If I got an A, they asked why it wasn't an A+. When Tyler forgot to do chores, they laughed it off. When I forgot, I got grounded. At first, I thought I was imagining things. Kids notice unfairness, but they don't always understand it. As I got older, it became impossible to ignore. Tyler always got the newer clothes, the better birthday gifts, the nicer bedroom. Even relatives noticed it. But nobody ever said anything, because challenging my parents usually caused arguments, and nobody wanted the drama, including me, so I learned to stay quiet. Things became much worse after high school. I worked part-time jobs throughout my teenage years. I saved every dollar I could. My dream was to attend college without drowning in debt. One day I discovered something shocking. My parents had secretly created a college fund for Tyler, a large one, enough to cover nearly everything. I asked if they had done the same for me. My mother looked uncomfortable. My father avoided eye contact. That's when I learned the truth. There was no fund for me. Not a single dollar. I couldn't understand it. We were only 3 years apart. Why save for one child and not the other? Their explanation was simple. Tyler needs more support. That was it. No apology, no discussion, just a statement, as if it were completely normal. So while Tyler attended college debt-free, I worked nights delivering food and taking classes during the day. I graduated with student loans. He graduated without any. As adults, the pattern continued. When Tyler wanted a new car, my parents helped. When Tyler wanted to start a business, my parents invested. When Tyler got into financial trouble, my parents bailed him out. Again and again and again. Meanwhile, every achievement in my life was treated as if it happened by accident. Bought my first house? That's nice. Started my own company? Don't get too confident. Expanded the business? Be careful. Things can change. Nothing was ever enough. After a while, I stopped seeking their approval. I focused on building my own life. And honestly, things worked out well. My company grew, I got married, bought a bigger house, started saving for retirement. For the first time, I felt stable, peaceful, independent. Then everything exploded. A few years ago, Tyler approached my parents with another opportunity. He wanted to launch a real estate investment company. According to him, it was guaranteed success. He promised huge returns, luxury properties, fast growth, financial freedom, the usual sales pitch. My parents believed every word. They invested almost all of their savings. Not some, almost all. When I heard about it, I was concerned. The numbers didn't make sense. The plan seemed risky. I even warned them, but they accused me of being negative. My father told me I was jealous of Tyler, so I stopped talking about it. There was nothing else I could do. About 18 months later, disaster struck. The business failed. Completely. Investments collapsed, debt piled up, clients demanded refunds, lawsuits followed. Within months, the company was finished. And so were my parents' savings. Years of retirement money vanished, gone. Then things became even worse. Tyler disappeared. No calls, no emails, no visits, nothing. One day he was there. The next day he was gone. My parents tried reaching him. No response. They contacted friends. Nobody knew where he was. The golden child had vanished, and suddenly my parents were alone. One evening my phone rang. It was my mother. I immediately knew something was wrong. She sounded exhausted, older somehow. She explained everything: the failed business, the missing money, the debt, the fear. Then she asked the question I never expected. Can you help us? For a moment, I didn't know what to say. Part of me felt angry. Another part felt sorry for them. These were the same parents who had spent decades prioritizing my brother. The same parents who dismissed every warning I gave. The same parents who repeatedly treated me as second best. And now, they needed me. I spent days thinking about it. Friends gave different advice. Some told me to walk away. Others said family is family. Eventually, I made my decision. I agreed to help, but with conditions. I would pay for essential living expenses, food, utilities, medical costs, things they genuinely needed. But I would not replace the money they lost, and I would not rescue Tyler if he suddenly reappeared. That chapter was over. Surprisingly, my parents accepted. For the first time in my life, they didn't argue. Maybe because they finally understood the situation, or maybe because they had no choice. It's been 2 years since then. My parents are doing better. Our relationship has improved. Not perfect, but better. Tyler eventually resurfaced. He reached out asking for help. Money, of course. I said no. Some family members still criticize me for that decision. Maybe they always will. But here's what I learned. Favoritism doesn't just hurt the child being ignored. Eventually, it hurts everyone. Because when you spend years convincing one person that they never have to face consequences, you shouldn't be surprised when they run away from them. And that's exactly what happened to my family.